Welcome to Lore Hero episode 78, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Chilling.
Swimmingly.
Yeah, man.
I wish I could say
I'd
the
like
same.
to go for a swim right now. That sounds fun.
It's really hot outside, actually.
Yep, it's like
been
75 here today. I love it.
Yeah.
Nice
Hold on.
breeze. I got the windows open.
I pulled my
fresh
phone, it
air.
says 48. I was a liar. Yesterday was
Wasn't
warm,
it-
though.
Wasn't it storming over there recently?
It was supposed to. Yesterday, like, it was going to, like, in the news, it was like, huge storms, be careful, level 4 risk, or whatever. And then, like, we got some rain in the morning. And then, like, it was bright and sunny when, like, the second set of storms was supposed to roll through. So the models were incorrect this time.
I don't know what this safety scale is. Level 4 risk?
I never heard of
What
this
the
either.
fuck are the levels, man?
I know. I never heard of this either, but apparently there's 5 levels of risk. Like, 1 is, like, where everyone is all the time. Like, that's the entirety of the United States all the time, no matter what. There's, maybe. Probably. Not really, though. And then level 2 is something else. Like, I think level 4 was moderate risk of, like, a severe storm. And then 5 was, like, 5. A level 5, there will be a bad severe storm. I don't know. I'm no meteorologist, folks.
The
You
Make the
could be.
Doppler 9000 type beat. I don't know what
Only
the fuck
Doppler
those guys
I
were
know
talking
about
on
is
the news.
the Karambit Doppler, bro.
Oh, you tell me more.
I had one of those in 2019, a Karambit Doppler. At the time, it was worth $500. We're talking about Counter-Strike, folks. That knife is worth like $3,000 now. At the same time,
You sold it?
Yeah, I sold it like in 2019 for $500 because it was worth a lot of money and I needed money. So there you go. I also had a pair of gloves.
It's really pretty curious, Jake. You can't get money out of your Steam items.
Oh,
It goes into your Steam wallet. How'd you get it out of your Steam wallet?
What are you talking about?
Physical.
Anyways, also had a pair of sport gloves, hedge maze. Those are field tested. They were green. I unboxed those myself, actually. And I also sold those for about $500 as well. Over 3,000 now, like 4,000 maybe even if I would have held on to those, but that's okay.
One of my mods, the first time that they gambled on Counter-Strike, they got gloves.
No, gambling.
Valve Index. Valve Index. They got gloves and they fucking sold them. Valve Index.
That's what you gotta do. That's the method of getting real world currency out of.
It was like
your
a
skins,
$1,200 pair of gloves. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's the method now because like that's how I have my Steam Deck. I'm not joking. My friend of mine,
I remember he told me.
Yeah,
Yep.
Friend of mine has a shit ton of cases on Counter-Strike, like 100,000 or whatever, fuck, a lot of them. And he was like, I could just sell some cases and get you a Steam Deck and just ship it to your house because that's a way of getting your fake digital Steam money into a real item that you can sell for money.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. And sold to me for money. Counter-Strike's cool, folks.
Modern problems need modern solutions.
Yep, and that's a Steam Deck.
All
You
right.
can play.
Yeah.
That's my Balatro device.
Your Balatro system.
Yeah,
I charged my Steam Deck the other day, intending to use it. Still haven't used it.
I'm telling you.
That's what happens to me every
Balatro.
time I pull that thing out. I charge it, and I'm gonna use this thing later, and then I don't.
Now, you know what? This is something I want to talk about for a little bit, bro. I was like an early adopter of the Steam Deck. I pre-ordered it. I was so hyped for it, and then I got it, and all I did was tinker with it. Oh, that's all I did. I didn't play games on that shit at all. I was like, I'm gonna get this set up perfectly. I'm gonna get every game that I want on it. I'm gonna get emulation set up, and it's gonna be beautiful, and it's gonna look like
a deck, man.
It's gonna look awesome. I got Emu Deck. I got all that stuff, and then it just sat there.
That's how
It just
goes.
sat there. And I was
It's like
like,
I've got everything installed now. I feel I'm not going to play any games. I did it.
It's situational.
I
when
did
you
what I
want it.
set out to do.
Great for planes. Great for travel.
Yeah, well, actually,
Yes.
I mean, it's wide, so sometimes it's not great for planes, depending on whether you're sitting next to somebody or not.
You know what this reminds me of is when I first got like an emulator on my phone, and I was like, yeah, I could play any Super Nintendo game whenever I want. And then I set it up, and like I've maybe done it twice because it's just like, oh yeah. Then I have to make a decision on what I want to play, and then I have to make time to actually put into it,
Dude,
and then I have to come back to it.
I had the PlayStation phone. I had the Xperia Play.
the Xperia Play.
Sure,
Yeah, man.
I played Minecraft Pocket Edition on that thing with the shitty touch analog sticks. It was not
Yeah,
fun.
because it was essentially a PSP Go, but a phone, right?
It was.
That's what it was.
And I gotta be honest, it was a sick phone. Like
It is a cool phone.
It was a cool
Yeah,
phone.
you got Crash Bandicoot, and I think there's like Tony Hawk probably. There's probably Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1
they had
on
like
there.
PS1 games available for it, but I got a bunch of emulators.
Tomb Raider.
And to be fair, it was
like
great.
Tomb Raider probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So
just
since
don't know
we're on
what
the
it was.
topic of phone stuff, when we're on the topic of phone stuff, I would love to do a deep dive with you all one day, doing an episode for Lore Hero on rhythm games in the mobile scene. because there are so many people who've asked me, "Hey, have you played any of the mobile games that are out there?" Because apparently there's some really good ones on mobile
Like
now,
Archaea?
and I've never dove into them.
I played
I
Piano
think that
Tiles.
would be really fun.
Archaea,
Okay.
I think, is like the big mobile rhythm game
Yeah, there's a
that
couple of them.
a lot of people tell me about, and they're just like, this game's so good, and I'm just like, but do I need an iPad? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, no, thank you.
I have an iPad. I love my iPad. I really like
Yeah,
my iPad quite a lot.
The only my iPad is that Republic of Gamers thing. Like that's it.
Yeah, right.
And that's just like my PC. It's just like a fucking tablet PC. And like I'm not looking to play mobile games on there. I wanted a mobile PC. But like Archaea is one of them. I don't know what any other mobile rhythm games. I mean, hey, we are Lore Hero, right? Guitar Hero and Rock Band used to be on iOS.
Yep,
You know,
sure had.
Rock Band iOS is probably the most advanced rhythm
Shit
game
was the
technology
best,
I've
man.
ever seen. Still, to this day, way ahead of its time, I think. Because Rock Band Reloaded had that real vocals mode. You could actually sing into your phone. It was 2010 or 11 that came out. I had it on my iPod, and I was like, holy shit, I could just sing. It was just Rock Band vocals, but
That's
on
so
my iPod.
sick.
That's pretty cool.
And
Way ahead
it's
of its
pretty
time.
cool.
It was
Yeah,
a
and
fun
now
game. It was
and
a
now
lot of
you
fun.
have like these karaoke games where you use your phone as a microphone, right? You know, like that's a thing. It's kind of like a predecessor to that. So,
Why don't more games do that? That's such a cool idea.
yeah, using your phone as a device like for the game,
Yeah.
like Just Dance did that too. You know, you link it up with the game on your TV, whatever console, and then your phone becomes the tracker for the dance. But yeah, the thing is for me, it's so hard because mobile rhythm games, it doesn't have that same feedback that like playing with a controller does. And I'm saying like any controller, like it could be any controller, this or this, guitar or you know, an actual standard gamepad. And I miss the feedback that it, like haptic feedback is one thing, but it's not the same as pressing a button.
The
You know-
physical button that you're pushing, the tactile feeling.
So I can't get into mobile gaming, period, is because there's no feedback. I mean, like I don't know. I grew up with analog sticks and face buttons.
I get it.
I'm you know, I guess I'm fortunate to have grown up with analog sticks because other people just grew up with face buttons and that's it, right? No triggers, but
Oh,
like
Jesus.
you know, like there was a time before triggers and analog sticks for video gaming. So I can't imagine the jump from like the SNES or the regular NES into PlayStation 1 with DualShock, right? Different. It's way different. So that's it. I think that's just kind of what I'm comparing it to when we talk about mobile rhythm games. 'Cause I don't know much because it's not that satisfying to me, but I get it. It's cool. I like Tunithum though. That has a touch. You know, it has a touch strip controller, and like you lift your hand up and down, but also that is also like the game's controller, and then the direct feedback is like how well you're doing in the game. Like you have a screen in front of you, right?
You still have something you're touching. Whereas
Yeah,
with the
I'm still
touch
touching the
screen,
controller. I'm
there's nothing
touching
else.
the game. I don't
Yeah.
want to touch the fretboard. I don't know about you. I don't want to do that.
Oh wait,
So-
having
I get
a
that.
having a touchpad on your fretboard? You don't want that?
You don't
No.
want that?
Why not? I think it sounds
Someone
cool.
asked me in stream yesterday. It's like, why do people not use the touch strip? And I was like, cause it sucked ass. It sucked.
I used it for one song.
It was cool to
That's
do
movie.
a funny, and it was
It's actually
cool to whammy with.
I actually have an update on that. I think I figured out why it's better than my original theory about why using the touch strip for solo D on Satch Boogie, the trill, was because I thought that it had like its own different type of timing window where like the overlaps wouldn't matter. What I think is different actually is that your anchor gets unanchored.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier because you can't hold a fret button and a slider at the same time. I don't know why it took me that long to figure that out. But I was watching the clip over
That
again
does make sense.
really
That
slowly.
does make sense, yeah.
Because then
Yeah,
the
it looked
timing
like-
window doesn't overlap technically because
Yeah.
it's flickering. Your fret buttons are flickering because
Yeah.
of your tapping on the,
And
on
exactly.
the thing.
If you guys haven't,
So-
watched our Engines episode or anything like that, or just aren't super familiar with why the sliders are so bad in World Tour, it's because the hit windows overlap. So like when it comes to really fast sections like Solo D, the Trill and Satch Boogie, a lot of times your orange tap could get misinterpreted as like a tap for a different note, or your anchor might get anchoring
Or a
it might
pull off
anchor
for the
different
blue.
one. Yeah,
So it sucks, is what we're saying.
Shifting anchors is really bad too because you have to time it perfectly when it's that fast. But yeah, pressing the touch slider would get rid of your anchor, so the issues like that don't really exist. It's almost as if you're center tapping it like this, like Danny Johnson style.
Yeah, like
instead of doing this, you're doing this. That essentially.
Yeah.
Think through the Fire and Flames chorus to pad lead.
You're playing it on festival tap mode.
Yeah, it kind of turns it into that, and then it doesn't have him. Speaking of, can we talk about fucking PlayStation 2 for a sec? I was unfamiliar with its game up until now.
It's a really interesting bunch of games, but you're the one who just played 40 hours of it, so please talk about it.
For those who aren't in the know, I just did the Guitar Hero Gauntlet V2. I played through every Guitar Hero game, front to back, one day at a time, and then if I reached certain goals, which was 100 wheel spins on that stupid fucking wheel, which I did, I would run it back again and play every Guitar Hero game on the PS2 as fast as possible. So we're recording this after my third 24-hour stream in a row.
That's wild.
Which is why you sound that way.
That sounds like shit.
Which is why he was late to the pod.
That's why I'm late to the pod, because I overslept. And no, but it wasn't 24 hours. The first one was 27 hours, in which I completed Guitar Aerosmith Permadeath. More on that later. The second one was about 23 hours and a half.
Yeah, it was almost like 23 and a half.
I did World Tour, Metallica, Smash Hits, and then yesterday I did Guitar Hero 5, Band Hero, and Van Halen, of which I maybe completed Band Hero Permadeath, maybe? I don't know. More on that later. But the sliders, I was immediately struck by the sliders in World Tour. They felt a lot better. I couldn't tell if it was just placebo. I couldn't tell if it was just like, just maybe there is a difference. I couldn't actually tell, but I hit some really cool stuff with it. And I almost got Crazy Train done. I almost FC Mr. Crowley. I think I missed on Mr. Crowley.
Did you get beat at first try?
No,
but I got close. I got very close. I got Love and Little Machine first try.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. No, okay, so
that's a tough one.
Going with that, last time I played World Tour on PS2 was 2021. And I can attest to the sliders feeling a lot better on PS2. They just fucking work.
Yeah.
I hit beat it first try, and I was like, what? I could
what
never
it
do
is.
this. I had to like, and I just played it normally, like as if there are no changes to the engine whatsoever. And I was like, it just works.
Yeah, like just working is what that's what I would say about all the PS2 games. They look like shit, don't get me wrong. They look like ass, and it hurts the eyes to play it, but it feels pretty good, like smooth. Like the highway is very smooth. I didn't ever feel a single stutter. There are a couple of frame drops or certain scenes where the highway wasn't running at 60 FPS, it was probably running like 45, but it actually felt okay. Like surprisingly okay. Okay enough to where I could FC every single song of Guitar Aerosmith one shot. I've played better on PS2 than I have on 360 in this whole Gauntlet thing. I'm sorry for ever talking shit about the PS2. It's actually goated. And it's actually goated for a few more reasons, too, because on GH5 specifically, and World Tour, all the World Tour era games, the sustains are a lot easier to hold out fully on PlayStation 2. On 360 and PS3, that's a big challenge when you're going for high scores, is holding out the sustains fully without dropping anything, without losing 4 points here, 16 points there. It's actually a bit more lenient on the PS2, especially on GH5. Because GH5 is more strict on 360 and PS3.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I remember your whole spiel, and I was watching way back then, and your World Tour videos, and I was like, damn, he really did just hold out all the fucking sustains. That must have sucked. It was it was the external audio FC of Hotel California.
Yeah.
And so there's no sustain gaps in that song. So you hit a sustain, and then you hit the note after it unbelievably late.
Hella late.
Yeah,
just to be safe.
So you have to every single
sustains.
Every single tick, man. I do not miss it.
No, it's not super fun, but it's a whole ass playstyle in itself is holding out sustains all the way. But you could be a little bit more lenient on PS2, especially on GH5, and GH5 is also an interesting case because GH5 feels like ass to play on 360 because that weird note sticking bug where you hit a note and the note doesn't disappear off the highway for 2 or 3
it's like
extra
2 frames. 2 or 3 frames, it just doesn't move, yeah.
And that's why it looks and feels a bit weird if you're watching 360 and PS3 gameplay. That doesn't exist on the PS2. It's just the World Tour engine.
No, it's just the World Tour engine.
Guitar Hero 5 didn't have the new engine on PS2. It's just the World Tour engine just modified slightly.
Again.
So, they're all just the World Tour engine modified slightly. So it actually felt
even the Wii, I think, was like that too, I think. I think the Wii is also like that until Warriors of Rock is a little bit different.
I think GH5 Wii... looks visually closer to all the other ones. I don't know. It could be a modified World Tour engine, but with better visuals. I don't actually know. I haven't played it.
The one thing, sorry, sidetrack. I'll never forgive them for just reusing the GH3 strike line for all the Wii games.
It was kind of funny to see.
Ugly as shit, dude.
Same with
The
so bad.
strike line looks so fucking bad, man.
Dude, I would have loved the PS2 strike line on the Wii games. Like the PS2 strike line, at least they gave a shit and they updated it. You know what I mean?
It looked pretty bad,
dude.
bro.
It looks better.
No.
It looks better than the GH3 one.
No.
Better than
Debatable.
GH. It's better than GH3, the Budcat ports and Vicarious Vision ports. All right.
Have you seen the rock meter in PS2 World Tour, my man? It looks like
I didn't talk about the rock meter. I was talking about the strike line. That's a pancake waffle discussion, JP. All right.
Tomato, tomato,
We're talking about completely different things,
okay,
man.
Buddy? Okay.
Dude,
It says
so
fuck.
funny.
It
That
doesn't
rock
say
meter
rock.
does look like shit. It does. It really looks bad. It
Let me see if I
looks
can
like
find pictures of
it
it.
looks fake. My favorite
It
is
says fuck.
GH5.
Or it says
GH5
pork.
rock meter looks awful. Yeah, it says pork. It straight up says pork.
I have a
Oh
direct
my God.
side-by-side comparison picture of the 360 rock meter and strike line and everything else for that matter, and also the PS2. I'm going to send you these pictures here so you guys can see it as well, but I'm going to put it on screen for everybody to see too. So that is the PlayStation 2. That is the 360, and I'm going to do a quick little side-by-side comparison for the viewers. Here we go. This is the 360 version. For whom the bell tolls, highway is just popping up. Look at the rock meter. And then, ew, gross, dude. What the fuck is that? That's the PS2.
Nah, bro, that says fuck. That says fuck.
Oh, that
meter.
says fuck.
It's so bad. It's so. This is
This is
as good as it looks
GH5.
interlaced.
Dude,
GH5.
GH5 looks like a children's drawing.
That
Yes.
looks bad.
This is the
Bro,
rock meter
the fuck
GH5.
meter is crazy.
It looks even worse when you get
Fuck
into the green
the
on this
fuck
on the
meter.
GH5 one. It looks like a fucking rotten green
Dude,
pepper.
Dude, the GH5 rock meter looks like a fucking snail shell with like spikes on top.
Yeah,
looks
it
like
does.
a turtle.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks like a turtle
It
shell,
looks like a
spikies.
reptile.
Here's a cool
You
thing
know,
too.
okay. Do you know the was it the Lakitus from Super Mario that have the spines?
Yeah.
It looks
It
like
looks
an
like a
Yeah,
spider.
yeah.
We're X-raying one. That's it.
Jesus Christ.
The bulbs at top for the star power, they're red before you have a half bar. So we have
In
official,
GH5?
yeah, in GH5 we have official red star power.
Oh hell yeah.
It looks
Let's
weird as shit.
go.
But then once you get a half bar, it turns blue. And also these bulbs they barely show you any progress. Like it's hard to see how much star power you have left. It's very like the thing going down throughout the bulbs. It's hard to see without a video, but it's really bad and terrible, and I hate it.
Wait, so you're on the last of the fifth, or I guess like the lower end consoles for your run it back. You're doing Warriors of Rock.
Yeah, so
on Wii?
for context, when we're recording this, today is the day that I'm playing Warriors of Rock on the Wii, and that'll be finally complete with my Run It Back Gauntlet thing. So I have officially played every Guitar Hero game on PS2 as of last night, like at 1:30 in the morning.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And it was an experience, and I think I got, what did I have? 511 FCs, I think?
Out of
out of-
660?
No, it's
That's
it's
pretty
like, it's
damn
like
good.
Or not
Six-
660.
632, I believe is what it is. I got 512 out of 632 first try.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're counting
awesome.
Band Hero and we're not counting Warriors of Rock in this. But if Warriors of Rock was counted, it's 725. But yes, and I'm not counting DJ Hero Guitar. Fuck you. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
That's
Fair
on you.
enough.
Five-
Let's
512.
talk about that GH Aerosmith Permadeath.
Yeah.
You want to? Let me pull up my tweet about that because it's just people can
Yeah,
see
you
the
take the
thing.
stage with this
I
one
am
because
gonna
that
have
shit
Hey,
was
this is your
crazy.
thing, buddy.
At
You
some
did
point,
it.
I'm going to have to spend some time to make like a video about it because this deserves to have a video. But so yeah, it was just during the Run It Back Gauntlet. I was just playing through every game as you do. This was on day one. Okay, day one of it. Reminder: my plan for day one was going to be Guitar Hero 1, Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 80s, Guitar Hero 3. That's like a solid 22 hours, 24 hours, somewhere in there, depending on like how many breaks I would take and loading screens, whatever. But by the end of Guitar Hero 3, I was feeling good. I was already 24 hours in. Like I got past that barrier. It's like, oh, I'm so fucking tired. I could sleep right now. I got past that, and then I wasn't tired anymore. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's just get Aerosmith done out of the way too. And that was actually a great move because it made my second day easier, but also because I didn't miss a fucking note one time in Aerosmith on PS2 after I'd been awake for over 24 hours, and it was sick. Thank you.
Masterful gambit right there.
So it wasn't a real permadeath in a way. I didn't go into it assuming it was going to be a permadeath. I didn't plan a permadeath patch.
It's still real. You still did it.
I still did it. But like, it's not like on the permadeath patch, because that is an important distinction, because there is a permadeath patch for real on the Xbox 360 that I do want to try at some point. So while I did complete the game permadeath style, it wasn't on the permadeath patch, which has a special thing at the end. I was told by Eddie Mills. But yeah, I was just playing the game, and then I got to like tier 5. I'm like, oh shit, it's back in the saddle time. Let's see if I can FC this. And I got past back in the saddle, and I was like, okay, Beyond Beautiful. Okay, I got past that too. Next big roadblock is just Train Captain Roland. Got past Train Captain Roland easily, no problem. And at this point, I was probably awake at like for 26. I was live for 26 hours, but I was awake for like 28, 29 or something like that.
Yeah.
I had company in the Discord call to keep me company. Soya Desi was there for like 12 hours that day. Soya just spent the entire day chatting with me in the chat, keeping me company, because dead ass, if Soya wasn't there for that entire time, I would have fallen asleep. I would not have done
her energy definitely like kept your brain moving.
Yes, I was stealing all of her energy.
Yeah, what was it? I joined in at like 8 a.m. for you,
you're
or
like
something.
On your phone.
I was just on my phone, and you're like, I rolled 8 Coke Zeros. I'm like, I'll drink one for you. It's fine.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It was you and Soya, like early. That was during Guitar Hero 3, and then later on, I did Aerosmith right after that. Callie joined like halfway through Aerosmith to talk as well, so I had 2 people talking to my ear, talking to the chat, keeping them company. Because I wasn't reading my chat. Fuck you. I'm busy here. I have a goal in mind. No chat for me. I can't glance up off the highway.
Like
I have to hit all the notes.
And you just ignored me.
No, fuck you. I'm not reading shit. No, sorry though. Sorry to anybody that was ignored.
I was like, the Joe Perry highway is better, and you were like, no, it's worse. It's worse.
Yeah, I don't think it's better. I think it actually is worse.
It's like it's kind of darker. I think like the blue is a little darker.
The way that I was looking at the colors on the stream, I was like, this is just equally as bad as it is on 360.
Playing it felt worse. It felt like the notes.
Yeah, if I was playing it, it would
fair.
be worse.
That's totally fair. Yeah.
That's. Yeah.
But
also realized I was going to bring up the clip, but I never showed the clip. Here's the tweet. It's just me finishing up the Joe Perry guitar battle, and let me tell you, my nerves at this point, hitting all these random ass fucking notes, Joe Perry wiggling on the guitar, didn't like it. I was feeling scared. I almost missed a couple times.
Shots? You get nerve back shots?
I don't know about back shots, but I did get nervous. I did get very nervous.
I think I might be the only person nervous, with nerve back shots.
Can I get an explanation of nerve back shots? How does that work?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this either.
It's where like you get the sinking feeling in your chest, but then like you have to suppress it, or else like you're trying to suppress your nerves so much, but then once it like fucking your nerves like go out, it goes into like the bottom of your back.
Oh.
No, I did not get nerve back shots. I've never had nerve back shots.
Or it goes like slightly up my spine, kind of. It's weird. I'm like the only person that has that. Okay. I don't know. Nerve management is fucking crazy.
It is.
I don't know. Maybe somebody listening. Bro. Maybe somebody in the comments can vouch for me, because that'd be great.
Hey, out there getting nerve back shots, let us know down in the comments below. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you said something about nerve management. That is definitely a thing that I missed about doing permadeath. It's been quite a few months since I've tried a permadeath. I miss it.
And that got me super amped to go back into the permadeath game.
Yeah, because you did permadeath last night.
I did GH1 on Sunday, and GH1.
Monday.
I did GH1. I made it past fucking Symphony of Destruction, which was beast.
I saw the VOD.
That's wild.
That shit was crazy. I did that, and I lost to Ziggy Stardust. It'd be like that. Right?
It'd be like that.
That's a hard solo.
It's like you play the solo, you're like, man, that's fucking stupid, and that's exactly what it is, because the solo doesn't exist in the original song.
It doesn't. That's a Wave Group original, and also it's charted weird. I slowed it down to really slow. I was like, well, how the fuck do I hit this? Because if you start on a down, you end on a down as well.
GH1,
you know, well, like it sounds like something that it looks, because of the hyperspeed, you think it's triplets, but they're 30 seconds. They're not. It's not triplets, and so it's like, like you think it's triplets, but it's not. And then I guess that's what fucked me up. But Guitar Hero 1 is gonna die this year. I think so. It could.
I'd like to see
it could.
Dude.
I don't know.
The 20th anniversary.
Very true.
But I think I'm gonna go full degen on GH3. I think a lot of people should.
Yeah, I'd like to try that.
Randomize a permadeath.
To get back to that.
Yeah. Because I had the most exhilarating feelings like doing that shit. Third song was Raining Blood. I hit that. It was sick. It was a great feeling. And then I got Flames on another run. at the end of tier 2, which was hilarious. But then I made it past the solo. I made it past the solo.
You died at
and
the snake, right?
I died at the snake. Probably because I was doing the modern method on on a stock SG. You have to be.
That is probably why.
Very careful.
Well,
with
I know it's possible. It's just I didn't do it right. I should have done, but I didn't.
Boomer tap.
The first time that I ever FC'd Flames on GH3, I did this.
Really?
It was in 2011. I all tapped it because I had so many runs past the solo, and I was like, standard tapping is not working. Can't do it.
Shit don't work.
So
that's the only way I can ever hit it.
Boomer tapping?
Boomer tap.
See, my fingers can't do that anymore. Can't.
You've evolved too far. You've forgotten your roots.
I guess it doesn't work for me on console as well as it used to. But I don't know. It depends on the engine too. It depends on the engine. Maybe if it was Rock Band, I'll do that. No. But
I feel like that's something that kind of happens. I feel like as you get better, though, like I've noticed this on drums for myself, where like as I've gotten better with my sticking, for example, I'll go back to patterns that I used to stick in a different way, and the pattern was easier because of that. But now that I'm better at sticking, I have to learn a better way to play through it.
Yeah.
So like if you're used to using more advanced patterns, like tapping wise, I could see going back to a pattern that maybe isn't as intricate, but you're not as set up to hit it because you're used to using, let's say, alt tapping or something like that.
Absolutely. No, you're 100%
that makes sense.
Right. People, I played Spanish Fly yesterday. That was like the second to last song in Van Halen, and people were like, "Well, you're not even alt tapping this." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Alt tapping Spanish
honest,
Fly?
I wouldn't alt tap Spanish
I never even
Fly.
thought about that. That's crazy talk. What are you talking about? That's a
alt tapping
tap song.
Spanish Fly.
Changes anchors too much.
Yeah.
Alt tapping Spanish Fly, like I can see it for faster speeds, but not on actual Van Halen,
especially not on Van Halen base engine. Clone Hero, do whatever the fuck you want, but like Van Halen, no
I tap
way.
it like Eddie did. All I'm saying.
Hey, honestly though, that's bars. You're
tap
just
it
doing
the
it the
way
way Eddie intended.
Yeah.
That's like a pickup line right there. I tap it like Eddie did.
Hey, anybody try to get tapped like Eddie? Hey.
I'm gonna get myself. I'm getting myself one of those at the end of the week.
Nice, man. Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to drink Eddie at your house too. Fuck.
Yes, you are. That's why he's getting it.
I drank an entire
because when you come
over,
over,
spins, dude, I drank an entire bottle.
When you come over, we're gonna have to FC Flames co-op on GH3.
We'll get
so you and I can say
support. I'll be like, yeah,
we
guys,
got a
you can
we
do
got
it.
a 69 out of 69, and then we do the bonus one where we go to the arcade and FC Paint It Black. Which shout out to Zuppy. I think Zuppy actually tagged us on Twitter, and
you could
I don't know
that on your phone, and I'll just hold the fucking phone.
Yeah, keep going, guys. Yeah, you got this.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty funny, actually.
Guys, are
we'll
live?
Get you one of those. We'll get you one of those setups with the stabilizer. I have one of those stabilizers. I have one.
Dude, do you remember when you brought that like selfie stick to New York in like 2018? We did an IRL stream in New York City.
That shit was ass. That shit was so ass.
That was so ass.
Bro, I tried an IRL stream. That's not for me.
Nah,
I can't see myself
not.
being successful in IRLs either. Nah.
IRL, no way.
You got to be a certain type, man.
I sit at my desk. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I do. In my house, away from other people. I don't want to be
away from other people. I mean, like stream
in public.
But like back then in 2018, 2019, like it was, you could still do it. You could still do it because it was still like. But now like, everybody's fucking. Everybody
era still.
Yeah, but now everybody's on TikTok Live and like Instagram, IG Live, and all that stuff, and so it's like everybody's doing it.
It's more normal.
Is that a galaxy?
People doing it because like you go to Times Square and see how many NPC streamers there are. Probably a lot. Probably a lot, and they go out and they make 3,000 a night.
Yep.
Whatever works, man.
And that's side hustle for them.
But then the beauty of it is that you can lose your dignity for like 6 months, drop off the face of the earth, and retire.
And nobody will remember.
Nobody will remember you. Nobody.
Yeah.
True.
Nobody will remember you as the guy who did IRL fucking NPC streams in Times Square for 6 months.
Oh, I mean, the Miles Morales guy, he moved on.
Unless you're Miles Morales,
he's actually streaming for real now. Yeah.
He also stopped. He stopped doing the NPC stuff because he made millions off. He made millions off of it. He's like, I bought a Lambo, and now I'm going to do other things.
Him going on the Mafia-thon, too, I think really helped, like, springboard him, like, developing an actual streaming career.
The whole thing about having an Instagram live is, like, so interesting to me. Like, people rent cars just to take pictures with them.
Yeah,
That's
just
so
like sell
which is
sell
better
a
than
facade.
buying it. Don't buy a Lamborghini.
Better than buying a Lamborghini. Well, that's probably what he did. He probably rented one out for a day, drove it around, had a great time, and then he was just like, man, this could be really cool one day. Or like, I got my fill of my Lambo, and I'll take a picture with it for Instagram, whatever. You know?
I just can't imagine being that object driven. Like,
materialistic.
No.
Yeah.
They exist.
It's a very social status thing. Instagram, like I saw like a whole, I don't know, like I used to look into like Instagram and all that stuff like years back, and even then people were just doing that shit. It's just all about clout. It's all about clout. And you get it in real life and you get it online, you know, especially in California or in New York.
They do it online because they don't get it IRL. So
yeah,
but then probably true though.
But then they also get invited to events, and then that's where they really see if they're they really see if they're that guy.
Yeah.
You know, are you that guy? Are you that cool around with other people? You fuck with other people, that type of thing, or you just Instagram only? You just doing this shit? You just doing this shit for the screen? You know what I mean?
Not to completely change our course of subject, but talking about touching things and physically in real life, and people not getting the things that they were expecting.
Oh God!
Before we get into this, I have to talk about. That was a little
rough in the beginning.
Before I have to talk about the band here, Permadeath too. Just before we get off Permadeath for the rest of the episode, because
Let this.
I did set this for the next thing. I did kind of complete Band Hero Permadeath in a way. So when I played Band Hero yesterday, or on Monday, I played. By the way, the setlist order is way different on PS2 for GH5 and Band Hero. So I played the second song.
Oh yeah, that is true. I know about that. I know that about GH5, but I didn't know that about Band Hero.
Band Hero's the same.
That's cool.
So I was playing through Band Hero. I have seen the first song, which was "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me." I played the second song, and I shit missed on "Steal Your Kisses" or "Steal My Kisses" by Ben Harper, whatever the fuck it is. Just a dumbass miss, and I proceeded to not miss another note for the rest of the game. For the next,
bro hit Black Cat.
I hit Black Cat. I hit Black Cat. I hit I Want You to Want Me.
All these things. Yeah, I Want You to Want Me and Grapevine.
And Grapevine. I hit all these things. I got 64 out of 65 FCs. However, I missed on song number 2. So what I did was... Yeah, woohoo. By the way, song 2 is not the first song in Guitar Hero 5 PS2. It's actually song 10. Which...
That makes no sense.
Doesn't hit the same. Doesn't hit the same. They had the perfect
really
opportunity.
Should just be the second song.
I know, it's the perfect opportunity. Twice they fucked it up. Why would you do that?
Did they do that in Lego Rock Band? Did they do that in Lego? Song 2? Okay. All right.
I think nobody does the theme, the easy theme.
It's unbelievable.
Right, I guess not.
But then it gets us talking. Well, why wasn't it whatever. But I got 64 out of 65 FCs on Band Hero. First try, no restarts, no nothing, no practice. So what I did, essentially, I considered my Permadeath dead after the second song, and I restarted on the third song, right? So I went through the game. I got 63 out of 65 FCs. I just went back and played the first 2 songs again, FC'd them. So I FC'd all 65 songs of the game in a row, and that's technically
it kind of counts.
I would say that's like on a technicality, because you think about it, right? That's like more on the lines of a no-hit run. You completed Band Hero, no-hit run.
Yeah, but also,
you
don't have to play every single song in order.
I would say that you got it. I think
I got, because here's the thing: on Band Hero and Guitar Hero 5 careers are not like they are on 360. Like on 360 PS3, you have like these challenges. You have to earn stars and do star challenges. The careers on PS2 are the same. You have to unlock stars, but there's no challenges. So you unlock more tiers based on the amount of stars you get, much like Guitar Hero Metallica or Guitar Hero Van Halen, where you just play more songs, you unlock more tiers. So theoretically, if you could play Band Hero and not play the first 2 songs at all, play every other song and unlock the rest of the game no matter what. It's not like Guitar Hero 2 where you have to play through every song in the tier to progress. You just have to earn like 7 stars or some shit to get the next tier. So
yeah, they made that shit like streamlined super easy.
So yeah, it totally counts then.
I think it counts.
I
technically.
think you did it. I think you did it. Okay. Listen. I guess if it was up to the powers that be, it's like you did it in the game's order, but you also didn't do it in the game's order, right? I think on a technicality, it was done. I think it's okay. I also want to bring up this. This is relevant to the conversation. Our friend Thardward, he put up Permadeath leaderboards on his website, so you could see all the progress or all the records of everybody who has done streamed. Which I don't think there's any other way to do Permadeath.
61 out of 70 is crazy on GH3.
Yeah, He did all the bonus songs, and then he missed in fucking Before I Forget or Nights. I don't remember.
I think it was Nights.
He overstrummed. No, he missed overstrummed on Nights. Yeah, but then I remember his version of the game with the patch crashed. So.
Oh yeah, it crashed, and he had to go back to a regular one to continue.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
I like the link on the Wise Moose Band Hero.
He links it.
That sucks. That sucks.
It just
he's got to make that pop into a new tab instead of just
that is
over that.
Diabolical.
That's Jesus pretty good.
Christ,
oh my god.
So what do we have?
Pretty good.
Guitar Hero 1 myself was another accidental one. I was just playing through the game on the Gauntlet, and I got up to Symphony of Destruction, and I missed. Wait, no, I see. I don't know. I got 14 apparently. Asai got 20 on Guitar Hero 1. Asai obviously finished Guitar Hero 2, 74 or 74. Because he's on 360 as well. And I got 13 apparently. I don't know. Rocks the 80s, JPrez 27 with an asterisk, with nothing explaining what the asterisk is. I got 10. GH3, so many GH3s. Randy was 61 is fucking crazy. 51.
That is nuts.
Wait, yeah. Me and you were tied with 51? Really?
Yep.
I didn't know
think so. I think you did more you did more bonus songs.
Yeah, we got to 51 in a different way.
Can I just be honest and say 62 out of 93 for Warriors of Rock is actually legitimately impressive?
Thank you. We could talk about that too. That was not this playthrough of Warriors of Rock, because I'll be doing that in the future if I'm recording this. But this Gauntlet I did, like, it was about a week ago. I was playing it about a week ago. I played it on 360, and I was just playing through it was quest mode, by the way. I didn't play that in Quick Play Plus. I was playing quest mode, and I FC'd everything up until Ties That Bind. That's where I died. Ties That Bind.
The strumming.
Yep, it was the strumming. Just because strumming in that game is just not good. Not good.
It's
and then Guitar Aerosmith over there, 41 out of 41. Guitar Aerosmith Randomizer, Dirt Further has 12. Look, you try Randomizer. That'd be a good. You could finish Randomizer in that game, no problem. I think.
Totally.
Which one?
GH Aerosmith.
Aerosmith?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just got to be ready for it.
I think that might be the way that I do it.
Kept rolling.
Yeah, I should do it that way. Anyways, and then Band Hero Me, 1 out of 65. I've seen one song and I missed on the second one, but really 65 out of 65 in a way, if you believe.
Yeah, and so
brother.
I feel like if he's counting JPrez's 27 out of 30 on Rocks the 80s with an asterisk, your Band Hero should be 65 asterisk out of 65.
Agreed.
Works for me. I don't care.
Yeah,
I think that's how it should be done.
That.
Works for me. I'll take it. I'll message Third Guardian and say, hey, give me my credit I deserve, bitch.
Hey.
Just kidding. Actually, thank you, Third Guardian, for the leaderboards. That is very cool. That's a much better way to keep all this. Because before I was just like, what did he get now? 56? No, 51. Just memory. But now there's like a leaderboards you can all go look at. Those are very nice. ThirdWardy.com/permadeathlb.
I'd say the Lore Hero crew is all about people being actively, touted for what they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
We like to give credit where credit's due.
Credit is good.
And let's talk about not giving credit where credit's due. Somebody who does not deserve credit, not much of it. Guys, if you have an order outstanding from a little fella by the name AngelCustoms, that's too bad. You're not getting your money back, and you're not getting a product because he's shutting his doors.
That's illegal, bro. Is that not illegal?
That's kind of fucked up.
Pretty
to
sure
be honest.
Let me just read this real quick. Dear valued customer, we are writing to inform you that due to a combination of factors, including increased tariffs, the emergence... also, this is not to do with the tariffs. It might be, but I feel like this is something else, personally speaking. The emergence of new competitors and rising costs, we have made the difficult decision to cease operations and close our doors. As a result, we will no longer be able to fulfill any outstanding orders, which are the ones I have not shipped yet. At this time, we do not have the financial resources to issue refunds directly. If you are seeking a refund, we encourage you to contact your original payment provider, such as your bank or credit card issuer, to explore what options may be available to you. What he's saying there, let me translate that. He spent your money already, and he can't give it back. He could, but he won't. So what you should do is charge back your bank so that your bank will pay you back with their money and not mine, because I already spent your money.
Can I just say, like, off the bat, off the rip, if you are trying to use, like, tariffs and things like that as an explanation for why you're closing your doors, take the hit and still give out the product that people ordered, because that's on you making a business. I'm sorry, but... and
I'll be so honest, the tariffs will not affect him right now because all the shit he has ordered from China is already here.
I can explain how the tariffs would affect him.
Okay.
So
please do.
JLC PCB is where everybody gets their PCBs pretty much, like in the modding scene. And what they're doing right now is they are charging a pretty high percentage up front when you make an order. So Funky Custom showed me, I won't show the order, but he showed me how much an order would cost, and he was getting charged like $680 in customs, right? Which was more than the merchandise that he was ordering. However, what JLC is doing is they are charging you up front for a higher percentage, so that way what you ordered gets cleared in customs right away and doesn't have to go through a due process. And that way when you get it, they will refund you the majority of what you paid up front, and then they will keep what the tariffs actually cost afterwards. But they're basically doing it so it can get through customs right away.
Okay.
Is what I understand. And they're also asking you for like your EIN or your SSN now because the de minimis exception is ending. So what it means is it's a sting when you make your order in the sense that it's more money to put up front, but you get most of it back after you receive the product. And theoretically, with the money he was making from all of the orders he was taking, because he did made to order, he should have had the money to be able to order things up front and take the hit temporarily. It sucks, don't get me wrong, but it's not an excuse.
Yeah, and theoretically, he probably orders in bulk anyways. He probably has hundreds of boards already there. I feel like he probably could have... well, maybe, I don't know. I can't speak to what he has in stock or whatever, but it just seems like the tariffs are still fairly new to affect a business like this that orders in bulk.
And the tariffs won't last forever. I don't know how long they will last, but they won't last forever because a trade deal inevitably has to be made, and I think it will. I just don't know when. But it's going to sting for a little bit. It's a fact.
It's one of those things that leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. I can't say that I've ever used any of their products, but knowing that there are people who've put money into this that are not receiving product, and he's just throwing up his hand saying, LOL, tough shit, that leaves a very sour taste in my mouth that reflects on all different custom makers in the community, because now people are going to go, oh, hey, am I going to get scammed from X, Y, or Z?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Scene. And
bro,
he's been hurting the whole scene, let's be honest. This is nothing new. There's been Reddit apology after Reddit apology. Hey, I'll be better.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up with orders. Sorry. I have your money, but I haven't shipped you a product in 6 months. Sorry.
It's not a secret that I anonymously buy from different custom creators because I want to see what the market is really like. I want to see who these who these sellers are and if I can really recommend them to other people. I anonymously bought a solderless kit from this guy back in September of 2024. I never got it, and I never will.
No.
I mean, that's just the facts.
It's lost media.
Facts about it. It was supposed to be shipped
Lost media
by my birthday.
Physical product.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus.
Lost media for a fucking
Lost media. Woof. Yeah. And ironically, that was the last solderless kit that I wanted so that I could make a whole long form video about it. And things have changed in many different ways since
in the
September.
8 months it's been since you ordered it. Things have changed.
Don't say it ain't so.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Things are a little different.
The kits you have now are no longer offered because there's other ones available now? What?
Well, I mean, but the hardware changed. Noise went from the solderless kit to the Revival kit,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
Funky Customs stopped having drop-in kits and started selling everything modular. I mean, that's what I'm saying is, different here. I mean, I could be wrong. He's probably still selling, full-on kits, but I haven't been looking because
he does go modular.
Pretty much all my fucking guitars are kitted except for, a handful of them. So, but I had a whole video plan for all that shit, and I was just waiting on one last one. But whatever,
Next
I guess.
Surely.
It's fine. Next week, surely.
Exactly. This is a good opportunity for me to kind of use this as a way to say, if anybody's ever wondered why I never did, order even though I don't have it, or, pre-ordering or any concept, this is why. because it's unsustainable.
It can
Like,
get
that's
out of
just the
hand.
reality of this. It's an unsustainable business model because in order to make the product itself, you're buying an old product that's not made anymore. You never know what kind of condition that product is going to arrive in when you order somewhere like eBay or Mercari, or you find it at a yard sale or whatever. So sometimes you buy guitars and they're too damaged to sell. And then if you're letting people buy these things before they're done, guitars take time. You know, like, they're not like some of you get done in like a half hour or something. Like, even with like a modular kit, like, you know, there's a lot of prep work involved. These things are old. You have to clean them, right? Sometimes there's things that, you know, it might not be broken on the outside, but it's broken on the inside, right? Like, there might be a screw post or two broken, and then you're like, what do I do about that?
Yeah.
The neck is wobbly. Like, I gotta, you know, fix the neck. Like, there's so many different things that can go wrong with these things, and unfortunately, this is, you know, not the first time that this has happened. Angel Customs' brother was Controller Hero, and they went down the same exact path. I'll say Angel Customs went down it maybe slightly more gracefully. There was less backlash in comparison, but the end result was the same, an unsustainable business model. So again, if you've ever wondered why I never offered, like, people saying, like, oh, like, I'll buy a guitar in advance, and it's like, well, then you won't get it for a long time, you know? And this is why, because it doesn't work. You know, we're not like Cracked. We don't have the means to production, you know, like, it's not like that. And it's a community effort, and I've watched it happen where people like Angel or Controller Hero, or there's some other modders I won't mention the names of unless they get some big public expose, where people have approached me and said that they were scared to, as Jason was saying, look into the modding market again because they were afraid that this is the result that they were going to get no matter who they bought from, you know? And in the niche community, it's something that we all need to be aware of, that's a very real possibility, and it's great timing, to be honest, that Cracked stepped in when they did, because we really needed this to happen. And I say that as it's affecting my own business significantly, you know? I say that as my primary goal was always to provide hardware that people could get value out of and that would help them play the game. It was never solely about making money. Obviously, a business has to make money in order to survive. But it was always about providing good hardware that people can enjoy, and unfortunately, there's some people in this space that don't have that same goal aligned, you know? And I think that they see it, they see dollar signs, they see, like, these are selling like hotcakes, and that's what happened here. I'm not going to delve into any sort of personal attacks or anything. It's a very disappointing situation, but the way I see it is that, you know, if anybody has considered getting into the modding scene or are already in, let this be a lesson of what not to do, because this hurt a lot of people. I've had a lot of people reach out to me saying that they didn't receive their Angel Customs order, that the guitar it didn't feel good to play on, a lot of different things. So just take it as a learning experience, I would say, and yeah, like, that's my 2 cents on it personally.
I think we need the legitimacy of larger companies in the scene.
Yes,
We really do.
We
Because
do.
like something like what Cracked is doing with the LP, right?
Yeah.
And who knows how that's going to go long term, right? I mean, their factories are abroad, so who knows? But the fact of the matter is, if anything happens there, I guarantee they will handle it more gracefully than Angel did.
Yeah, Cracked is not going to be like,
bad.
hey, thanks for the pre-order money, by the way. We're out. No.
I will say 100% throw it down here. They would not have that reaction if something comes to blow.
No.
But this is all theoretical, but I got to imagine that the folks who are working there, who are making this incredible guitar that they want to produce and keep having available, would handle this much more gracefully than deuces were out, bitches later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to delve into personal attacks too much either, but Angel Customs was very much like targeting people with low information, I feel, about who buy the kits, because people who are in the know kind of knew to avoid this guy a little bit. But this is what you would see. This is what you'd see if you go to his website. This is a Les Paul guitar controller. If you look at the headstock, what the fuck is this, man? This is not what you're getting. This is not even close to the product that he's selling. This is like an AI-made fucking... What is this? What does that say, Gibson? Or does that say Goofson? What the hell is that? What does that say?
One of the things...
What is this shape, dog? That's not even the shape of the Kramer. It's a different guitar.
There were so many people in my chats that were going like, hey, do you know anything about Angel Customs? And I'm like, I've never bought from them, and really in reality I have, but I never got it, so I couldn't say anything. I literally couldn't. Like it was just a thing that objectively happened. I was just like, I've never bought from them, or I don't have a product from them. I don't want to say yet or anything. It was just like, this is what happened. I don't know.
Because even if you say that you bought from them and you haven't gotten it, doesn't
Then
it
you're gonna
almost
get it.
validate them? It
It
validates
does.
them. It
Yeah,
says that, you can buy from this person if you do that.
You might not get it though.
Yeah, might not get it.
Hey, I bought one.
Yeah.
I haven't got it yet, but I did buy it. So it's like, oh,
I
he bought
know-
it. So sure, you know.
My buddy of the show, King D, Drew. He was over one day and he was telling me that he bought an adapter, like basically like a V3 clone, right? It was like a V3 clone, and he got the adapter, and he said that the USB port on it would not give him it would not let the cable come out, no matter what he did. It was just stuck in there. It would not come out. And he said he ended up ripping the whole USB out, and he was like, I'm never buying from this guy again. That was his experience, you know?
That's interesting. How does that even happen?
I also know somebody, I won't say their name, but they reached out to me a couple months ago and were like, hey, I got a guitar from this guy, and he forgot the auth port. And also, the guitar feels like shit. And I
Damn.
was like, oh, what's wrong with it? And they were like, the frets hurt the slide on, and I was like, this is a story I've heard many times. You know?
There is a bright side to all of this, though. Like seriously, we're talking all this about, you know, this is big problem with the custom community. Well, there's something that, you know, recently, about a week ago, I wanted to talk about it last episode, but I couldn't. But shout out to Roadside Bomb with the all new polybar system.
Yes,
you made this awesome Reddit post and a trailer for it, making modular Guitar Hero controllers. That anybody with like a base level 3D printer can put together. It's a fun little DIY project.
Yeah.
He has everything on like printables and Maker World page.
Do you have a
He's got
link
whole
to that?
Discord for it. There's actually a GitHub. Do you want the Reddit post or the GitHub?
Give me the Reddit
probably
post.
want the Reddit post. Here's the Reddit post, and you can kind of play the trailer in the background because it's awesome.
Yes.
It literally
The trailer
looks
is
like
what I wanted to show. This thing looks fucking
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So yeah, you know what? Are you playing it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's called the Polybar, and he's calling it like the ultimate portable guitar controller because he's got everything laid out so that it's all in one bar. It's probably the
Or is
size
it
of
rock style?
two full-size Snickers, I'd say. You just stick them together like that. You have the 5 frets on one bar, and then the strum bar, whammy, and start and select on another. But then the cool part about it is that you can build other parts of like the body onto it. You can have like a small little SG or a small little Explorer or a small little Les Paul, kind of hollowed out, but still it has like that feel where the outside of the guitar is still sitting in your lap like that. And they have like little ukulele versions of it, or you can go full size, which is crazy. You'll see it in the trailer in a second. The other thing about it was I think it's wireless. You could do
Yes, wired
wireless
or
on it.
Bluetooth.
Wired or
Perfect timing,
wireless.
by the
Yeah.
way, because that was just
So
in the
cool.
thing. That was in the video.
Yeah.
Just now.
See, well, I think we're playing it at the same time. I'm a sync master.
Probably are.
But yeah, see, there's all
Sync
all
man.
of the all 3 of them are right there, full size and small size. It looks fucking crazy. I want to make multiple of these. Look at
It
all the
looks
different
so
colors that they have
cool.
too. It looks so cool. And so
It
I'm
is
probably
really
gonna
nice.
buy. I'm definitely gonna buy
He's
a
been
3D
working on this for a
printer.
while too.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
and
dude, the
also
polybar's not new, by
he-
the way. The polybar's been a thing for a long time.
Yeah,
This is just
but
like a
just a
new
revision.
iteration, a big, huge revision on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's running around trying to find whatever the fuck he's grabbing. Dude, there's a whole ass
is
manual, dude.
This
That's
is
so
actually
cool.
this is actually a product of the Polybar. This is like
Oh,
the
that makes
original
sense.
layout of this comes from Roadside Bomb's design with the Polybar. See, the frets are the same, the strum bar is the same. I don't know about the whammy bar. I think Quake did that himself. Same with the start button. This is my 12 fret guitar done by Quake. It's awesome, but these frets straight from Roadside Bomb's design.
So freaking cool.
I love that little thing.
Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. I love this thing. I should play on it more. I think I need to shave down one of the frets. And the cool part about this, look at the fucking screws on the back. They're axle screws. They're axle screws.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but honestly, this is straight up a polybar. You know, it's
In a way.
3 parts.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Portable.
3 parts.
Modular.
Yeah, super modular. So
That's so
yeah,
cool.
and then Quake just went overboard and like he was doing like 4 lanes
Yeah.
of that. And he was just trying to fuck around with it, and he came up with some really awesome stuff. But all things considered, this is a very comfy guitar.
It's so cool.
Extremely comfy. So
Yeah, that thing came out
cool.
so cool, man.
yeah, I gotta use it more. Probably use it for a
So
permadeath.
there's
Yeah, I was
a
actually
positive
recently
spin
wondering,
on
I
the
was
whole
like, why
modding
is he
scene.
that?
I don't use it because the fret stick, one of the frets sticking on
Okay.
on one of them, so I have to open it up and shave it down a little bit, and I have to
Yeah.
check the switches, make sure they're not overstrumming, because I think it was overstrumming at some point. I don't know yet,
Possible.
but hey, when you come over, bring some switches.
Ooh,
I can.
I
will
get to
do.
play on that thing. I'm coming over.
Yeah, you get to play on that. Yeah,
Cool.
I also got a War Beast. I have a War Beast that's Arduino'd.
So
I
do
think
I.
it's so big.
Gym fact.
You have an Arduino?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I got the
mine's a
Gym Fact
little
kit.
bit more. Mine's a little bit more scuffed. It's not from a kid. Bormo I commissioned Bormo to do it because he was like, "I have a riff. Not a riff master. I have a War Beast. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do."
Yeah, I do.
So. But yeah, I mean that's on the positive side of things. I think Roadside Bomb is doing a really, really great thing, and
Well, this is the next step, right? When they get the crack guitar coming out, like somebody like Roadside Bomb or like Hammer on Guitars, right? Like making
yeah, dude.
really,
Oh
really
my god!
cool
Shout out
shit.
to Cam.
But they're like completely custom,
Cameron.
like like not relying on the old guitars anymore. Like making something like FAC is making the FAC guitar. That thing looks really cool, like Strandberg inspired.
I can't wait for the fat guitar, man. I want
That's
one.
where we're
That's
going.
so fucking cool.
That's
dude.
the
And
direction
also,
that we're heading in.
the hammer on
which is
guitars. I don't think we've talked about hammer on guitars on this yet. We have to.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, you know what? This is great because we went from that to this, and now
Yes.
we're showing light on
Gotta
some
do
really
this,
awesome
baby.
stuff.
Real ass, real good people.
This
Listen.
is what it's worth mentioning that real quick, like what we were just talking about with Angel stuff, right? That's the bad side of all this, right? But look at how much amazing stuff is being made in the community too, right? Spotlight on the people who are still making really cool stuff, and it's on us. I feel like looking back at it, maybe we should have mentioned stuff on the Angel stuff beforehand. Maybe we should have.
I had
maybe
the
we should
exact
have
same
too.
feeling. I did.
It just I look retrospectively, like, because we've talked about this behind the scenes, and we didn't want to like attack, but I almost feel like we could have helped guide people a little better in
I
this
tried
regard.
to, and I got flamed.
Yeah,
So
but
I
you know what?
You did actually. I remember
Yeah,
there was
I
a
did
hate
get
thread about
flamed.
that.
Yeah, there was a
But
whole
you know
hate
what?
thread on me. Yep.
Hey, unfortunately, this is one of those times that I almost kind of feel like it was our call to put our feet down for it, right? And this is why I feel like lifting up some of the other folks who are doing really cool stuff right here is the
Important.
right call.
It is.
We do need to talk more about this stuff, like the
because
polybar.
there's options out there, man. There's options.
Well, this is
And there's
one of my
options
favorite-
beyond just kits too. That we don't have to.
Yes.
We can
Yeah.
go beyond retro club mods and funky that just have a kit. These are fully ass custom, really cool guitars. Like this is something
Yeah.
that I'll eat my words. I said this would never happen. I said that we'd never have fully 3D.
I didn't think it would happen
That'd be
either.
good. And
But-
we have them. They're fucking
Well,
sick.
you know
Dude,
why?
even
Because,
Retrical Mods was saying, bro, he's like, it's not sustainable. But like
Well-
this guy, my
Well,
man Hamron, he's
First of all,
Here's the thing,
3D
too.
printing has
The
gotten
Hammer-ons are
3D
very
printing's gotten a
expensive,
lot
but they're
better.
cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
his stuff is all custom. 3D printing has gotten a lot better and a lot more user friendly, and it produces more consistent results. Whereas in 2020, when I started doing this shit, 3D printers kind of sucked, man. Like
Yeah.
they just did. Like, but they've gotten way better. You know?
yeah, they got
And
way
that's a big
better.
help.
And
that's a big
I
help.
addressing like the big elephant in the room for Hamron guitars. These guitars are pushing $300 on average.
Yeah, they're super expensive,
But-
but they're also really fucking cool looking.
They
and
take
also
a
made
long
to
ass
order.
time to make, guys.
They are
Like,
made to order. They are literally made to order.
Yes.
So
And
like,
fully customizable too. It's not just what you see in the picture. You can change whatever you want about it. He has so many different
Yep.
options. I want the double neck SG. I want that.
that
I
was
want
really
the-
cool.
I need to save up for it.
the plank spanker, which is the
Plank
Gretsch.
spanker. Yeah, don't you love all the names that he's come up with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
really
the Gretsch
cool.
is so fucking cool too, dude. Oh my god.
The Gretsch and the Telecaster are my all-time favorite real guitar bodies. The Broadcaster might be the one that I actually save up for.
Dude,
I'm also
it
looking
looks
at
so
that plank
fucking
spanker.
good, dude. It
But
looks so good.
or that old reliable looks crazy too. You know what I mean? It's just I want to support these small companies that are doing this too, because this is a really awesome awesome project and an awesome product to be selling too. That double neck SG, I know one of my subs, Bucket Up Baby, has one of these.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Bucket
yeah,
Up
Bucket.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of that shit. I was so jealous. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need that right now.
He has
Hell yeah.
this, and I was
Yeah,
just
I know
like, that
another
is
guy,
the
a random
coolest
dude
thing
on
ever.
TikTok has a guitar from Hammer-On as well. He has the briefcase, which is
Oh
lower
yeah, the
on
briefcase
product
is sick
page.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
the handle in
if I get anything from
It's just
Hamrod,
like the
it's
Steve
gonna
Vai
be a
guitar.
double neck.
Yeah.
I want to get a double neck like really bad, but that Thunderbird though looks fucking crazy.
Dude, the Thunderbird looks so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
he's like completely like on TikTok and Instagram, like he's just made his content out of people saying these things are too expensive. Like he's kind of a marketing genius, you know. He just uses
I'm really
that to his
glad that
advantage.
I'm really glad that he's doing that because you know, like the number one thing. This is not an easy game to get into, but we
No.
are trying to make it be an easier game to get into.
Yeah, because it's like
with
you get
options like.
You get a
You know,
crack
well,
guitar first, right?
yeah,
You get that
yeah,
first,
yeah.
and then you say, I'm so glad I finally have a way to play this game. Now I can look into all the custom stuff from the community. Like, that's the direction this is heading in. You get the
Yes,
crack
and
guitar first, and then
that's
you look
also
into
what
everything else
Cracked-
afterwards.
That's also what Cracked is trying to do here.
Because they
From
don't
our
want to kill. They
meetings-
don't want to kill this. That's not.
They
Their
don't want to
intention.
kill modders. They don't
No.
want to. They really don't want to. And they want people to open up the guitar and fucking mod it. They let us open up the guitar and
Yes.
mod it.
Yeah,
in-
right then and there.
That
In
is their
California.
design philosophy. Is that they
I
want
tried
this
to grab
be
the
moddable
screwdriver out
and
of Jake's
modular.
hand, out of like, and he was like, "Hey," he told me I can unscrew it. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah. Lee
sorry.
handed me the guitar to tell me to take this apart. Not you, me.
Can we talk about what we did there? I think we did talk about, but I want to talk about it
talked about
again.
it a
What was
little
it? You guys was it Lee handed you like a different shaped strum bar and be like, all right,
Yes,
I want to
that
let you know how it feels.
He handed me a strum bar based on mine.
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
Closer to
Which
closer
I
to
think it
JP's
had
on
less.
it.
It had less of a lip on it, right? It was something like that.
It wasn't really filleted. It was kind of like pointy.
Okay, but it didn't
Yeah.
have like the little nip at
No,
the
it
end,
didn't have
you
the
know?
lip.
Yeah, I thought so because I felt it and I was like, that's cool. But I think the one that they have is actually really good. Surprisingly,
I like the one
it's actually
they had.
surprisingly really good. Because it's like a perfect GH5 type strum bar. You know, like the GH5 strum bar is super lipped, but
Yeah.
the one on the cracked guitar, it's a very tiny one, kind of like Guitar Hero Live, but smaller. I think. I could be wrong though.
For all the things that live guitars suck for, the drum bar itself is fine.
Not
I
the
don't mind the drum
switches,
bar.
but like the
Switches, but
actual
the bar that you
the
press and
actual
hold.
bar that you press
Yeah.
down is pretty good.
Because it is more
It's-
of almost like a tighter triangle slope.
It is,
Much like
yeah.
much like
because
JP's
I
guitars that
noticed
like.
It was so easy to grip.
Very, yeah.
these
it was really good.
These SGs, man. Do you have a custom with your black SG, Jake? Do you have a custom strum bar in there?
Yeah, I have
or is it
JP's drum
stock?
bar in there. It's JP's.
Oh fuck, man. I wonder if I could take this from an Explorer. Take one from an Explorer and throw it in here. I think
shorter.
so.
It's slightly
Smaller?
different. It's slightly different.
Slightly
Oh, God,
different?
mine's dirty
Yeah.
from playing on
Damn.
the
And the Kramer one's very different, believe it or not.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
no,
I gotta get a
I
new pick
believe
guard,
it.
bro. My fucking fingernails rubbing against this pick guard. I have a whole ass space
Oh
there.
my god, bro!
It happens, bro.
Jeez.
It's
wow.
gross.
I have a piece of tape right there.
Oh,
I have a piece of tape right there, so it doesn't overstrum.
I gotta get like that.
Who put the red pick
God,
guard
it's
on the
bad.
Cherry Red SG? Who did that this past week?
Target. Oh,
I
that
just
was
saw
J-Nack. J-Nack did it.
Yeah, J-Nack did it.
that. That's
Yeah,
a
you put
Mr.
a red
Pizza
pick
guitar
guard on it. It looks
technically.
cursed as hell.
Kind of like the
I have one of those
Mr.
over there.
Pizza double neck. You have a red on red?
Yeah, because I swapped. I have a fully white. I have a
Oh,
fully
you swapped
black,
it.
and a
Yeah,
fully
you
red.
swapped it with that. Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay.
did really?
I have
Oh,
one
that
over there.
makes
I could
sense,
grab it.
actually,
It
yeah.
looks like shit. That's the parts SG. That was the
cursed.
spares.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a full black and a full white, so then that one just got all the extra parts.
I think I'm gonna end up using this for GH3 Permadeath. Like, I genuinely think that this is the one. I don't know why. I want to wait until Jake gets back because I want to talk to him about like the stock frets on the SG. I guess I could talk to you about it too, guys. But like, you know, like the mech frets and shit are really nice. But there's something about the SG frets that are really, really sick.
I always like the SG frets, especially if they're cut. God, that looks so
That
cursed.
looks
Not even-
really
dude, no, I'm not-
interesting,
Yeah.
though.
I'm not even
I
saying
just got
that's
3D
that's
print- I got a 3D
that's the
print some
local
bugs.
H guitar, baby.
I did it because H has a guitar like this. Local H has his frets line up like this.
All
This
white
was
and
a
the
custom
flame.
car in GH2 Deluxe originally. This
Yep.
was modeled in the
the
game.
H special.
hmm And then this is
Yep.
the parts guitar. It has just a bunch all the other shit that from this. I just swapped it. All
Yeah,
red.
that just looks like
And
the
brown.
Mr. Pizza double neck
Yeah, it kinda
guitar.
does,
He
that didn't have a pick
didn't
guard
have
for the
pick guards
double
on it. Nope.
Yeah. It also has a black whammy bar. Where the fuck did that come from?
That's probably either from an SG or an Explorer. I remember Explorer whammies fit in an
Where
SG.
was that? I have no idea why that's there. They were always white on SG.
That's from the
I don't
black
know.
and silver SG.
I never had one of those.
That's
This is
odd.
probably Wee Les
Yeah, you-
Paul.
Oh
I have
yeah,
an
those fit.
Explorer one. I have an Explorer
fit.
one in the black one. This must be Wii. Because I used for the black one, I used the black start and select buttons from a Wii Les Paul, but I had to like cut them and modify them to make them fit in the hole. So I'm guessing that's from a Wii. Les Paul.
Would you say that black SG is like the best SG that you have?
Oh yeah, by far, I love it.
Does that silicone frets? Like it's
No,
regular
it's
stock frets?
Mechanical.
Oh,
It's
it's
all
Max.
stuff from me, I think, right?
I'm pretty
wow.
sure. I think the fret buttons are from Hobby CNC. They might be from that, or they're from JP.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I know for sure the fret buttons are JPs and the strum bars JPs. I think, and the strum switches as well. The strum board is JPs as well. But I think I have Hobby CNC frets. I have a
Damn.
couple of Hobby CNC boards that I did stuff with.
Yeah, I still like my the floral SG that I have. That thing is awesome. I just
Yeah,
want
I
a
love
custom
that.
strum bar for it. I just want a custom strum bar for it, and I think that thing is perfect.
I can bring
So-
one. I can just bring a bunch of stuff with me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna
please.
bring you a set of the
Yeah, I need some-
the GH frets for the Riffmaster.
Yeah, I need that. I'll pay you for this. I need that. I need some more RCM frets. I need
Yep, can do that.
I need fucking I need some strum. I need hella strum bars. Actually, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, that's
There's
worth
too many
saying. By the
strum
way,
bar-
thank you to people who have bought that stuff from me, the frets
Yeah.
and the strum bar.
I will
Because-
pay you for
because that's
extra
all
strum bars.
that's all I'm doing right now. And unfortunately, the tariffs are complicating the kits a little bit, but I'm still going to do them. However, those kits probably won't be ready until after the crack guitar comes out, just to give people a warning. Like, it's going to take a while.
You heard it here first. Bam, 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 bam.
It's gonna take a while. That's part of the reason why I waited so long to do a kit is because, dude, it's a lot of work. Like, Funky, RCM, they deserve a lot of credit because the amount that goes into getting the whole bill of materials for everything that goes into a single kit, it's a lot of shit, a lot of stuff. So hats off to them, seriously. They both both work really hard. I mean, God, RCM especially. Have you seen the amount of sales that guy has
Too
on
many.
Etsy? That's not even counting the sales on his store, on eBay when he sold adapters there and stuff. Like, a lot. That man has worked very hard. So hats off to Noise, as always. Seriously.
Always.
Mhm.
Noise is a legend.
And he cares about the community a lot.
He does. He
I
does.
got
And
it.
he tries to give it back as much as he can.
He gives back a lot.
We're
so.
seriously so fortunate for his push and his efforts. Seriously.
Yes.
He got a lot of
Uh,
people back into this game. There is a
Mhm.
big YouTuber that I'm not going to say the name of who actually got scammed by Controller Hero, and he ended up.
Oh, I remember
being-
this one.
He ended up being able to get an RCM V3 and a Wii guitar, and he was able to play the game.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so he was
awesome.
okay in the
Good.
end after he did a chargeback, of course. But yeah,
Which is the official direction from Angel now. Which is what you should do to
Yes.
get your money back.
Charge back
your
on
bank.
me, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're in an hour. Are we doing Festival Corner or no?
fuck a
Because we
Festival
can
Corner.
cut it off.
There's nothing to talk about Festival Corner. There's
Star
much,
Wars.
much
Wait,
more
I just-
cool things to talk about.
It's
though.
not even like gameplay related. In this last update, like today, as of today, there are 8 more pro vocals charts found in the in the
so they're
file.
rushing this. Damn.
So they're
wait, what
working
was-
on it.
What was it? Old songs that got updated?
It's actually a weird bunch of songs. Okay, so Nonsense by Sabrina Carpenter. That's an older track. Basic Being Basic by DJO. That was from 2 weeks ago. If You Think I'm Pretty, 2 weeks ago. Juno and Taste, 2 weeks ago. Emptiness Machine, a couple months back.
Emptiness
Dancing
Machine with vocals, though. That means they're
Oh.
updating songs.
Listen. Dancing in the Flames and FTCU. Old songs.
Oh, wow.
Dancing in the Flames is from fucking the anniversary, and FTCU is from last summer. I think sometime last summer. So those are the songs that are getting that got updated with pro vocals. So they're doing it a little bit at a time.
It's happening.
I'm gonna reach out to the powers that be, or the people that I know to back this up. It'd be great to just make sure that this is all preserved and stuff like that, because they've been doing it since day one, and it's been kept locked up, which is very nice. It's just preservation's everything. They can change anything at any time. These vocals charts being added to the game, hell yeah! Drop.
Very cool.
We're seeing pro vocals 2027 summertime.
was,
2027.
There was one other thing from Festival that is worth mentioning. Again, nothing to do with gameplay. This is all external. But Eurovision just started up again.
Oh.
And
Gabe!
the entry from Iceland did a Welcome to the Jungle cover using festival footage.
What?
Okay.
Yes.
On
Okay,
Eurovision.
that's cool. On
that's
Eurovision,
actually-
that's like
that's
the
actually
biggest.
sick as hell.
That's huge.
So that
What
is
the fuck?
worth mentioning.
Yeah.
That's-
have a video
wow.
here.
Whoa! Wait, what the fuck?
They're doing Welcome to the
Yo.
Jungle.
Wait, they
this
did it
is-
really
holy
unique
shit.
too. That's
They're using
cool.
they're using a GH3 Les Paul full of stickers and shit, and then they have like the floor cut out, and it's festival gameplay.
Whoa!
Yes.
Gameplay,
cool.
mind you,
That's
but
pretty cool.
it's still festival.
For the
that's
people at
worth
home that
bringing
don't
up.
know, for the people at home that don't know what Eurovision is, it's basically the world championship of the best pop song ever. That's it.
Pretty much,
That's what it is, and it's amazing. It's very, very,
Yeah,
very,
and
very
Gabe
cool.
from CSC is now a Eurovision YouTuber.
He is
a
a very successful Eurovision
Yeah.
YouTuber, and I wish him all the luck because he's very passionate about Eurovision. I've never
he
seen
is.
anyone more passionate about Eurovision than him, and he deserves everything. That's awesome.
But
That's so
let-
cool.
Yo, you love to see the pop. I mean, because again, Eurovision is not something that is as relevant, at least in North America, right? I do know some people that like want to tune in every year, but to see other places, Europe is huge into this.
Yeah.
To see festival getting a little bit more marketing from something that people who are into pop culture are going to tune in and see, that's a positive step in the right direction.
I'd say so.
Like to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it kind of
Absolutely,
reinforces
man.
in my brain that this whole genre of 5 colorful buttons is kind of like evergreen. You know, people always
Yes.
like see those and associate with music and like, oh, cool, that was neat or whatever, and then
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
gets the
and-
thought back in their head at least at the
I was
minimum.
gonna say in that Eurovision music video, they have the pro colors on and they're playing pad.
Yeah,
so
they
it's
do.
like
have the
they
pro
knew
colors on.
exactly what they
know.
knew
Green,
exactly
red,
what they were
yellow, blue,
doing there.
orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. That's actually really awesome. I love that.
So
Mhm.
I
Whoa,
can't believe that was posted a
positive
week ago.
news. Positive news
Yeah,
from festival.
Crazy.
What?
Not
I
much else to
welcome it.
talk about, but that is cool.
Yeah.
I welcome it. Oh, we got Star Wars on Friday.
Yeah,
got
Star Wars
two
on Friday.
songs.
That's cool.
Yeah, cool, whatever.
Looking forward to
Imperial
that
March and then a deep cut.
Yeah.
Deep cut track.
No
from
Duel of the Fates,
Battlefront.
though.
No Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
No, maybe next year. I don't know.
I don't
Anyway,
know, Star Wars
Oh,
don't
well.
know for it. I was never a Star Wars kid. I don't know.
I'm just going to
It's
say right now, this is my personal take. I don't know if everybody else will agree with this, but I don't think they could put a single song in the game right now that would make me load up and want to play Festival just for the songs.
yeah, there's
Through
no
the Fire
other way to
Flames
play
was
it
that.
other than Through the Fire
And
Flames is that for like
you know
a week.
what? I got done with it after a while. I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care about FCing this because the things I want in game aren't there. If anything, I think it made me put down Festival faster.
Might have. Well, especially the whiplash of like, oh, Through the Fire and Flames, cool, awesome, good, trending upward.
Engine.
Oh, FOMO.
No.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Now, I
Yeah.
have legitimately not played Festival since season launch.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I played it season
I
launch.
play,
And that's
I
about
play
it.
it pretty casually. I played extremely casually, and I actually like how much positive general press that Sabrina Carpenter is getting. So many people buying it, so many people posting about it,
That's
and just making videos.
Good.
That's great. That's
Cool.
great. That's awesome for Sabrina Carpenter. It's just, you know, we've already voiced what we want out of the game, and what we're waiting for to bring us back. You know?
Amen. That's
Yeah.
it, right?
Amen. But it's
Hey.
been a
Well-
beautiful week for news. It really has been. I think this is.
Absolutely.
Oh fuck! Did we talk about venues on Rock Band
That's
3?
that's exactly
No.
where I was gonna go.
Oh
Festival
shit!
corner's
The
over.
last
Shit.
one. This
Dude,
is the big bomb,
the
man.
first festival corner with 4 minutes remaining, 4.5 minutes remaining, bro. That's crazy.
Yep,
Anyways,
We don't
yeah,
need it.
bro.
Done.
huge news in the deluxe scene. Rock Band 3 Deluxe. We have fucking custom venues and custom models.
My
rigs
goat.
Sick,
I
man.
hate Compver, man. My goat.
The
Forever
best.
and ever.
And
the
Metric
best. The best for making all these tools even possible. Basically, I Hate Compver has like figured out a way to import meshes or import custom models from Blender into Rock Band 3. As of right now, only Xbox 360.
Not
I don't
surprising.
know. I think it's because of a raw file format that they have to run the custom models in, and Xbox 360 only runs it. Is the only console that can run it raw file format instead of packed into the ARC. So, like, but they're figuring it out. If there's anybody that can figure out something
this
impossible,
is still very new.
It's Milo Hacks.
Rock Band, the deluxe projects have been going on for over 4 years at this point. Can you believe that? 4 years.
Yes, over 4 years as of last month.
Man.
March 21st was the first deluxe project.
We're still
when
getting so
Project
many cool
Deluge
new
happened,
updates.
and I just casually said, "Hey guys, Hidden Palace is about to like do some big dump. There might be Guitar Hero stuff." And
Oh, shit, there is.
Yep.
Lo and
They changed
behold.
And so now,
Yeah, I remember, Jake, you weren't even a streamer at that point. You were like, "Oh shit, I gotta stream this GH1 proto," and you did in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Because we were just waiting for it to.
yeah, it was
to get
you
released.
picked up off of Kev. You picked up off of
Kev
Kev.
gave me a
think.
save, and I
Yep.
picked it up. So yeah, now we have.
But yeah, no, I want to talk about
the.
the venues. Are you have them up on the screen, right?
I
Are
have
you
the
showing?
infected video up right now. Yeah.
So the infected video, that one's using the Guitar Hero 1 basement. I think they got the lighting working pretty well in there. I think it looks pretty good. There's no crowd,
This
so
one
that's
looks
just band
fine.
practice. It looks pretty good. The other one that they were working on the beginning, Metric Cepheid, imported. I don't know if you're saying your name right. I'm sorry.
I have no idea.
I remember Bro's old name, but I'm not gonna dead screen name then. So anyway, the first venue that they were able to import was the high school venue from Guitar Hero 2, the first venue in Guitar Hero 2.
Yep.
And the lighting wasn't all there. It looked really scuffed. It looked like, a bad World Tour Definitive Edition venue, which, it's hard to make them look good, to be honest. But later on, I think it was that 6 video, right? Was it the 6 video? Or was the 6 video that has working lighting, and it looks fantastic. We just got to
lighting just seals
get a
everything
crowd
together.
in there, and we literally have it's a remaster of Rock Band 3 10 times over.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. If it works in Blender, you can import it into this.
And
Yeah,
this
and
is
so-
happening while the decomp is going on, and the decomp will be done one day. That's even better.
It will be done one day. Yeah.
One day
Yeah.
soon.
And
They're,
then-
they're making
and then you
great
like
progress.
add all this stuff together, and it's like Rock Band 3 is blown wide open.
Yeah, they're calling it
It's
Reverb.
evergreen.
Reverb 3 is what it's going to be called when it's finally finished. When the decomp is done, we have a
Legally
native
the same.
version.
I like that name.
We have a native PC version of Rock Band 3. It'll be called Reverb 3. Reverse engineered RB3 for short.
Oh, that's perfect. Reverb.
That's why it's called Reverb. That's why they call it Reverb 3. RB3.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
cool.
perfect.
That's cool.
Yeah, Reverb 3. And so yeah, shout out to the decomp team, shout out to Milohack, shout out to I Hate Comfer. He also got like a couple custom models into Rock Band 3. I think they're trying to get Hatsune Miku in there right now for proof of concept, because they're trying to figure out how many, I don't know, I guess like how many meshes you can have on a model in game without it fucking breaking or something. I don't know. But it's a developing story, and this literally is it's happened in the last 3 days. And today is April 29th, 2025. And the first thing that I saw about this was on fucking Sunday, the 27th. So they're picking up quick. Once it happens on PS3, it's over.
Yep.
It's
Our
absolutely
PS3,
over. Oh yeah, RazQ also imported a custom venue, and it looks really great. I can get that tweet for you because I
don't think I've seen
retweeted
that
that
one yet.
one. Yeah, here, check this one out. I got it right here. This one looks pretty damn good. I think this is that a Dreamscape from Beatles? I don't know. Oh wait, no, he made a Smash Brothers arena and put it into Rock Band 3.
I did see this.
This one's really cool.
Oh,
This one
yeah.
kind of
That's
popped
really
up.
good.
This one popped off. I retweeted this one, and yeah, it looks really, really, really good. I was like,
yeah.
why
So
is
cool.
Razq installing Xenio? What's going on? And this is what Razq is doing. So, yeah, possibilities are endless. I think one of the big things that is weird about this is that items that are transparent don't show up properly right now. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. They're going to try and fix it, or I don't know. And also, once again, it's Xbox 360 only. So if you're on an RGH can handle custom venues properly. Like it runs really well. Xenia, I guess, is a place where you can test them out with both, deluxe and enhanced and all that good stuff. But yeah, Real 360 can handle it, and that's pretty much what matters. Love it. We love modding the games. It's fucking awesome. Rock Band Definitive Edition was not on my bingo card ever, actually.
No, I never thought that'd be a thing ever.
Yeah, me neither.
World Tour
Some
Definitive
lore.
just
This is
had
not
that unlock.
this is also not the first time custom venues hasn't happened in Rock Band. Cisco imported Peach's Castle from Mario 64 into Green Day Rock Band years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
He was working on custom models way back
Such a
then.
funny video.
Yeah,
way back.
I think a lot of it started when Cisco, aka Pikmin Guts 92, was doing a lot and documenting a lot of the custom model work with Guitar Hero 2 and Rock Band 3, and the Rock Band 3 era engines. This was back in 2021, I think, maybe earlier. I could be wrong, but
I think
Cisco did a lot.
He's done shit in Guitar Hero 2 as well with custom models as well.
Yeah, he put the Majora's Mask. He put Majora's Mask in Guitar Hero 2.
This is the video I was looking for.
The first one.
Billy Joe Armstrong with a giraffe neck. Hold on. Yeah.
Just a thumbnail.
Oh, yeah. Something's on my mind. Didn't fuck with some time.
Yeah. That's 2021.
This is so cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, this is even more cursed because it's 60 FPS, too.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I remember this video. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish with this? But I mean, this is how things happen, right? You just gotta start fucking around and breaking things, and then it leads.
Oh no, the Wii! Oh no!
Yes, this is on Wii. This is on Dolphin.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, it's so heavily filtered you can't tell the difference between PS3 and Wii.
You can't.
Yeah,
but Pi Studios was goated for that shit, man. They made them look good.
They did.
Pi Studios cooked with Green Day
port.
and Beatles Wii. You can't tell the difference between the two unless you look very closely. Favorite comment here is, "Oh no, the weed kicked in."
Anyways. Oh wait.
Oh no.
There's this video too. There actually is custom characters in Green Day Rock Band as well. I forgot about this as well. Who the fuck are you?
There is?
Yeah. They all have long necks.
Sort of. Yeah, and then I think I hit Comp where he got John Lennon into Rock Band 3 at some point a couple years ago.
Yeah.
John Lennon Rock Band 3?
Yeah, John Lennon Rock Band 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is an audience member. That's an audience member that he put in place of all three of the members of Green Day. That's correct.
Or no, he put John Lennon's outfit on Billy Joe.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
Or rather,
close.
it's probably the rest of John Lennon, but he just put Billy Joe's face on the model. Is probably what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's goofy.
Goofy.
It's goofy.
Goofy ass models. Well,
anything else you want to talk about before you head off?
PAX next week.
PAX is...
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's... Holy fuck, that's next...
Yeah.
These next episodes might be interesting, how we record and film and release them. We might have to miss or
delay.
We might
have to miss our
so
first
that we
episode.
can do...
Yeah.
Missing is one
we can
thing.
make it we can make it happen. We'll just have to make it short.
Okay, how about this? Next week we record the same.
Yeah, next week
right?
we good for
like
sure.
on we do an actual Sunday record. This is off episode talk.
Yeah,
but we're doing it on episode. We'll record. There will still be an episode next week, and I think the episode after that will be like a bonus one. Me, Jake, and JP.
It might have.
If you all are at PAX,
on
it's
top
gonna be
of
hard for me to get in.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We'll figure it out.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
It's all fun shit anyway. So
it's gonna be huge.
Yep. It'll be huge.
You'll see it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. See you next week.
Goodbye.
Another normal episode,
Okay,
and then we'll see you in
bye.
2 weeks for a cool episode. Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.